Girl, the streets are on fire right now because Diddy just got hit with some of the wildest allegations yet. Word is, he's allegedly been exposed for having HIV, and baby, the internet has lost its damn mind. But wait, it gets even messier. Not only are people saying he's been living with HIV, but there are explosive rumors that he allegedly passed it on to some very famous people during his infamous freakoffs. You know, those wild, no cameras allowed, VIP only parties. We've all heard whispers about those. And now, it looks like the tide is turning. Folks who used to ride hard for Diddy are starting to distance themselves, fast. This isn't just a scandal, it's a full-blown meltdown. Let's rewind. The whispers started right when Diddy's trial kicked off. People immediately clocked how drastically different he looked. He wasn't giving that usual flashy, untouchable mogul vibe. Instead, he looked thinner, tired, almost fragile. At first, fans assumed it was just the stress. Being locked up ain't exactly a five-star lifestyle. And for someone like Diddy, used to yachts and penthouses, it had to be rough. But then, something didn't sit right. This wasn't just a case of losing a few pounds. His whole vibe had shifted. That spark, gone. That ego-driven swagger, nowhere to be seen. People started side-eyeing and asking, is this really just stress or something deeper? And then it happened. The courtroom sketches dropped online, and people pounced. Fans pointed out how sunken his face looked, how lifeless his eyes appeared. Court reporters mentioned how sluggish and low energy he seemed. The speculations snowballed fast, and it wasn't long before the HIV rumors exploded. Some fans even claimed they had seen medical records from his time behind bars allegedly confirming that Diddy had tested positive for HIV. Now, whether those documents are real or not, the internet ate it up. The rumor mill didn't just spin, it erupted. But here's where things really take a turn. People are saying that Diddy didn't just keep this to himself. Allegedly, he exposed other celebrities, people who were at his parties, people he hooked up with, people who had no idea what they might have been walking into. And let's be real, Hollywood is like one big bedroom. Everyone's sleeping with everyone, and the connections run deep. So if even half of this is true, it could bring down half the industry. Then, just when things couldn't get messy, Jaguar Wright entered the chat. And baby, she flipped the whole table. Jaguar claimed that not only has Diddy been living with HIV, but that at least 20 other men in the industry might be infected too. 20. That one claim. It sent social media into an absolute frenzy. Suddenly, every celeb who's ever been linked to Diddy, romantically or otherwise, was getting side-eyed. This isn't just about legal drama anymore. This is turning into a health crisis, a celebrity exposure event, and a morality scandal all at once. And trust, it's just getting started. So buckle up, girl. Because, if the rumors are true, we haven't even scratched the surface of this twisted Hollywood web. And as more names get dropped, it's only going to get uglier.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, having a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
And he didn't stop. And he didn't stop doing what he's done.
He an advocate. Now he did that. And
period. Listen to me. He faced that head up. How many dudes is running around undetectable? G.
Come on.
In the game.
Man.
Because I could tell you 20 right now that I could rattle off names.
After that initial bomb drop, the internet did what it does best. People started going back through Diddy's history, pulling receipts, timelines, connections. And one name kept coming up over and over again. Usher. Yup. Fans couldn't forget how close he and Diddy used to be. And with these new allegations floating around, questions about their past relationship started bubbling back up hard. Let's rewind when Usher was just 13 years old. He lived with Diddy in New York for about a year. And it wasn't just mentorship, vibes. Years later, Usher went on Howard Stern's show and talked about that time. He described the whole setup as curious. He said he saw things that made him uncomfortable and flat out admitted that he'd never let his own kids be in that kind of environment. Now that all this is surfacing, those old comments hit very differently. And fans started wondering, what really went down in that house? But Usher's name didn't just pop up because of his ties to Diddy. Let's not forget he's faced 3 separate lawsuits from women claiming he passed herpes to them. While those cases were tied to herpes, not HIV, the internet started connecting dots real fast. If Usher already had STI allegations tied to him, What else might have been passed around in that circle? And just when you think it couldn't get messier, it did. Because after Jaguar rights claims went viral, the conspiracy train really took off. People started dragging even more celebs into the fire, especially the ones who were too close to Diddy or always showed up at his private events. One of the biggest shocks. The late Kim Porter. Her name started trending again, and the questions around her sudden death got louder than ever. For years, there were quiet whispers that something wasn't right, but now, the newest rumor is that her original autopsy allegedly showed she was HIV positive. People online claim that if the real autopsy report ever leaked, it would make Diddy look real bad. And the rabbit hole doesn't stop there. Craig Mack, one of Diddy's first breakout artists, is now being pulled into the mess, too. After leaving Bad Boy Records, he disappeared from the spotlight and reportedly joined a cult, then tragically died from AIDS in 2018. Now people are re-examining the timeline, wondering, was Craig's departure really just about stepping away from music, or did he know something? Was there a bigger cover-up going on behind the scenes? There's no way to prove any of it 100%. But the internet is asking one thing. Did Diddy's inner circle know what he was allegedly doing and stay silent? Was it hush money, fear, or were they in on it? And speaking of hush money, word on the street is Diddy's team has been dropping serious cash to keep people quiet. And guess what names are popping up as the alleged recipients of those bribes? YK Osiris, French Montana, and Meek Mill. Yep, if you've been following this mess, you're not even surprised anymore. These are the same folks who were always deep in Diddy's orbit, popping up at parties, spotted poolside, staying real close. And speaking of Meek, let's talk about that Lil Rod situation. You remember when Lil Rod spilled tea about Diddy having a secret thing with a Philly rapper who used to date Nicki Minaj? Yeah, all signs pointed to Meek Mill without him even having to say the name. Meek could have stayed silent. Let the storm pass. But nope, he jumped on social media firing off tweets like his life depended on it. And baby, it made things even worse. He tweeted things like, "I'm from Philly. I don't do nose candy or freaky Molly. Nobody won't even offer me that because I'm that heavy. No man or what would ever approach me about gay activity." The whole place get flipped. That's why I always come around these industry ninjas with my real friends. You'll never catch me around industry folks alone. You can't even hold a convo unless my dogs step in the room. It's been like that. And while he didn't name Diddy, he didn't need to. The damage was already done. Then, to make it worse, a video surfaced of Meek and Diddy poolside, just the two of them. And let's just say, it was sus AF. At this point, the internet isn't just speculating anymore. They're dissecting every past interaction, every blurry photo, every old interview. Because when it comes to Diddy, his circle, and these freakoff allegations, nothing is off the table anymore. And sis, this might just be the beginning.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
And just when it felt like this Diddy drama couldn't get any wilder, it did. One of Diddy's own bodyguards came out swinging with a leaked audio recording that allegedly caught Diddy and Meek Mill in a very intimate situation. No filters. No holding back. The clip itself, absolutely insane. I'm not even gonna get into all the explicit details because, it's a lot. But here's the kicker. The bodyguard claims he didn't just stumble onto the recording. He says he overheard things, started connecting dots, and eventually, got access to the audio while working behind the scenes. And what he heard, allegedly confirmed everything people have been whispering about for years. But that's not the only bombshell. Let's talk about YK Osiris because his name has been tossed into this mess to remember when Diddy took him on that random little vacation. Yeah, it wasn't just a brother's trip. Osiris actually made a post then quickly deleted it showing him and Diddy getting a couple's massage by the sea. Yup, a couple's massage. And tell me that's not sus. To make it even weirder, he captioned one of the posts, "Listening to that, Diddy and B2K, eating that good fruit in the beautiful weather. Sexy moment. Come on, excuse me." That post had everyone doing a double take. But it didn't stop there. Things took a turn when Osiris's ex-girlfriend came forward with a bomb of her own. She revealed that she ended their relationship after allegedly catching him in bed with another man. She said, and I quote, "Stop asking me what happened with my BD. I caught him with a man." Who? The timeline exploded. Instantly, fingers, started pointing back at Diddy. People were like, wait, was that man him? Then, Osiris went on The Breakfast Club, and of course, the hosts couldn't ignore the rumors. They asked him directly about the speculation and, let's just say his response didn't exactly shut it down. He stumbled, danced around the question, tried to play it off. But the damage was done. At this point, it's not even about one rumor anymore, it's a pattern. A trail of whispers, receipts, and deleted posts, leading straight back to Diddy. And if even half of this is true, Hollywood's about to have a full-blown reckoning.
This man trying to be crazy, man.
What you mean? What's the craziest rumor you heard about yourself in this industry so far?
The crazy rumors?
Yeah.
I don't know about the what rumors, right? Wait, they say, nah, I ain't gonna say that. I heard about that though, but I ain't about to say that. But
What was
I ain't
it?
about to say on my.
You and Diddy? You and Diddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Diddy.
You and Diddy what?
You and Diddy.
No.
They said he was.
Him and Diddy what?
I'm just saying the rumor.
I ain't never heard this,
I'm just saying the
Joaquin.
rumor. They said he was.
How you knew that? How you know
Now I'm about to Google because I ain't never heard this one.
Huh? I'm saying, cause you, that's the, nobody would ever say that one.
Oh,
Like, I'm
yeah.
not
So
saying
here
that.
goes envy.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was with a shawty.
All right, but Diddy was there.
No, he was a whole other different.
Oh, so they just made this up?
Yeah, they made it up. Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he was in a whole other different area. Like he was. Like,
Have you ever met Diddy?
yeah.
Okay, did he ask you to party?
Yeah.
Party?
Man.
And now, the streets are saying the quiet part out loud, the latest rumor. That Diddy allegedly gave YK Osiris HIV, yeah, you heard that right. And suddenly, all those industry folks distancing themselves from Osiris. It's starting to make a lot more sense. Word is, ever since those freaky Diddy vacations and those now infamous couples massages, Osiris has been blacklisted in Hollywood. Nobody wants to be seen with him. Not at parties, not in collabs, not even online. Remember that rant Osiris went on? The one where he got emotional about being completely cast out of the music industry. Fans didn't think much of it at first, just another artist venting, but now, it's hitting different. He said things like, nobody supports me, I show love to everybody, but they treat me like I don't exist. I ain't in no circles. Nobody calling me for features. They don't want me around. At the time, people chalked it up to career struggles. But now, with this alleged HIV rumor swirling, fans are connecting the dots and wondering, was Osiris exiled because people found out what really went down? And if this is the truth, that would mean Diddy didn't just ruin his own legacy, he might have taken others down with him. This ain't just celebrity gossip anymore, it's turning into a Hollywood quarantine zone. And the deeper you dig, the nastier it gets.
I just want to die. That's what I want to do. I want to die. That's what I want to do. I want to just crash out right now and just like this like life. I swear to God. I had to take a ride, bro. Get out my house, cause the demons are trying to attack me, bro. Like it's bad. Y'all keep using that Drake, huh? Drake don't me either. Me and Drake don't talk. Me and the baby don't talk. Nobody in the industry Osiris. Nobody. So don't keep using that with me. Like.
Yeah, it's all starting to come together now. And honestly, at this point, it's looking like Diddy might have way more victims than anyone originally thought. If these allegations are even partially true and, if people really did get infected, through him then baby, this could be just the beginning. Don't be surprised if we start seeing a wave of lawsuits hitting hard in the near future. And considering how Usher's herpes cases played out in the past, Diddy might not stand a chance in court in the court of public opinion. This whole situation is spiraling fast and it's only getting uglier. But now I want to hear from you, your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the industry has been covering this up? Are we about to see more names get exposed? Then, when you're done, go ahead and check out this next video because trust me, this rabbit hole goes deeper than you think.